Hi, it's Loren Lockman, and I'm here this afternoon with the lovely Tina, who is getting ready to complete a 26-day fast with us. Tomorrow's your 26th day, your last day fasting. You eat in just a couple days. Can you share a little bit about what your experience was like for everybody?
Yeah. My experience was really emotional.
Uh-huh.
I had a lot come up like near the end of the fast,
Mm-hmm.
and some really deep emotions of anger and loneliness, and also I had a lot of movement, like a lot of energy in my whole core of my body. And I have a virus, HPV, high-risk cancer strain.
Okay.
So I actually felt like a lot of work done in my reproductive system
Right.
in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and then a lot of emotions through my heart and my solar plexus areas,
Okay.
and just a lot of work on accepting and letting go, and
Sure.
of course the normal fatigue and dehydration of the mouth near the end, because you said that was like, hydrating the fecal matter. I'm sure there's lots more, but those are the main ones.
Okay. Well, so let me ask you a question, just to clarify for anyone watching this. You talked about feeling some of the stuff in your reproductive system.
Yeah.
So you actually have physical sensations of what's going on. This isn't just a belief about it.
Yeah.
You're actually feeling something.
Yeah, I actually felt physical sensation.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you say that, I remember I had like a kind of like a phantom pain of a former cyst that I had in my genital area.
Uh-huh.
And I felt the ball, like
Wow.
where it had been before, and it was really like it was there.
Yeah.
And I felt it a few times one night, and
Right.
it was really interesting, and I have a feeling it's very linked with my emotions too.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about that. You know, it seems fairly clear to me, and maybe to you too, that most of the stuff is linked to the emotions.
Yeah, yeah.
No question.
That was one of my intentions for coming here.
Yeah.
To really face them and work through them, and gain any insights through you and myself in the process.
Right. Well, and do you feel like it's been insightful for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad to hear it. You know, a lot of people wonder, well, why would I go someplace? I mean, people joke that they pay a lot of money to come here and starve. You know, it's hopefully it's not that much money, but your people make an investment, and they spend several weeks here or more, as you have now, almost a month, just resting. Was it a good investment? Why would you come here?
For sure.
Yeah.
Actually, that was one of my mental blocks too for coming.
Uh-huh.
I was like, no, you should be making money right now. You need to be doing this, this, this.
Okay.
And I've been wanting to do it for years, but I never let myself.
Yeah.
So actually letting myself be here was part of the process of loving myself and surrendering to what I truly want, and to really live a
How beautiful.
loving and inspiring life for myself.
Yeah.
So I had to definitely get over those beliefs.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But, you could have fasted at home.
Yeah, I could have.
You obviously decided not to. Why do you think that was a good choice for you?
Everything I learned by being here from you especially, was a main incentive for me.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad.
To be honest.
Yeah.
And also, I knew I had to be in a different environment, so I was considering doing the telefasting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my first one that's so long, and I definitely felt I needed guidance.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important just when you break it, and to know different guidelines. Also things that you don't know about, like, symptoms that are coming up, or
Sure.
fears, or tools that one doesn't have
Right.
being alone. So it's really important, I think, to, if you have that resource, to do it,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Earlier on, maybe there wasn't that, hundreds of years ago when people were fasting.
Sure.
But
well, I don't know. I suspect that hundreds of years ago, when fasting hadn't been lost to our culture, people knew what it was and they knew how to do it. But, we've not only lost that knowledge as a culture, we've also gotten so busy that it's hard for people to come and just be. I mean,
Yeah.
I doubt anybody here could have done this if they were anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people do and have, but it's like a definite huge support system.
Absolutely.
And it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have other people doing it, it's like, it gives you that extra motivation, encouragement, and it makes it easier. Like if you're doing it alone, it's a lot harder. Doesn't mean you can't do it.
No, that's true.
But it's really a lot harder.
Although, and how successful it is that way is another question. But we get some pretty amazing people here, so we had quite a great group with you.
Yeah.
That does make it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then, of course, this is a beautiful place that's a little bubble in its own, so that, like, you're not smelling foods all the time, and you're not getting all these extra temptations, and
right.
Well,
you did occasionally smell the mangoes and pineapple, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds really good.
It sounds like it's been a very powerful experience for you so far.
Yeah.
And you're about to eat in just a couple days.
Yeah.
If it's okay with you, maybe we can check back in with you at that point.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Thanks.
We'll see you then. And Tina, you're off tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Tell everybody what's shifted since then, and maybe, in general, how the process was for you. And
Well, I've eliminated, I had a BM, a few, so I feel a lot more energy since the refeeding.
Okay. And you've been eliminating some old stuff, haven't you?
Yeah.
Good.
And, and mixed, but the old is coming out.
Right.
And, I don't know, actually, like, I'm looking forward to seeing the next few weeks how I change, to see the full benefits of all of it, because now I still do feel like I'm in this process and I'm coming out of it.
You absolutely are.
So I feel like in a few weeks, once I get more active, and I've been eating for like a week now, so I feel my energy constantly going up. And then I still had some effects of detoxing.
Sure.
Like today I got sweaty and my face got feverish, and different things going on with my eyes, and but overall I just feel a lot more energy and clarity, because I can focus more and stuff.
Good. And what would you want to share with anybody about what you've learned about the process? Or
healing goes really deep, and it goes on all levels, and I felt like for me this is really an emotional experience as well as physical and mental.
Right. And you knew that coming in, didn't you? I think we talked about that last time.
I was actually really surprised at what came out. Yeah, and it really came out like this whole, something I wanted to work on. It came out like in a big gulp, like a big load.
Okay.
And that was kind of shocking to me. I wasn't expecting that, and but it was right on.
Yeah.
And overall, I feel a lot better, and like I said, I'm just waiting to continue to see what's actually going to happen later on. And my main goal is to maintain rather than just be fixed on, wow, I feel great now, and then go back to old ways.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you fasted 26 days. You've been eating now for over a week, or about a week. This is a powerful experience, and you've had a very powerful process so far. Is this something you would recommend to people?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah? Okay. I mean, do you think everyone's ready for it?
No. I think it has to be kind of a calling. Like, someone has to feel that they really want to, and they feel like they like what your message is, and they feel like they're kind of
Sure. There's got to be a good
attracting
right. There's got to be a good connection there.
Yeah. And I think anyone who wants to boost their immune system or deal with a lot of issues in any way, I think fasting is a major tool for healing and getting vitality.
Some of the people here this session with you plan to come for a long time.
Taylor had planned this for months and months and months. You contacted me shortly before coming.
Yeah.
It wasn't something you planned out a long time in advance. It was a fairly quick decision. Did you make a good decision?
Yeah. I'm totally happy I did.
Okay, good.
It's something I wanted to do for years, actually.
Right.
But like the actual decision making
Right.
and availability and when I could do it was really like.
Right.
I just really want people who have HPV.
This is human papillomavirus.
Yeah, I have the cancerous strain, and there's also a herpes strain, and there's lots of different variations of it. From what my understanding, when your immune system goes down, then you can test positive for the HPV, and then the effect of it would be you can get cervical cancer in my case.
Right.
Whereas other people might, when it tests positive, would get herpes or...
Right.
So it's just actually a gauge of how my immune system is doing. And like a blessing in disguise in a way.
In a way,
and
it
it's
is.
taught me a lot about my vitality and energy and creating a strong immune system.
Yeah.
And I really, really want people to know that there's other options out there. If you do have HPV, you don't have to be scared about it, because my initial reaction was I was scared, and then I just did what they recommended, which was have like a laser surgery. But it can come back, and mine did come back.
Well,
So,
we've talked about this quite a bit here.
Yeah.
You know, if the surgery is removing tissue without doing anything about the cause of the problem, why wouldn't it come back?
Yeah, and due to like lifestyle and diet and factors,
Right.
they all contribute to like having a lower system.
Yeah.
So I think that the most amazing tools I've found, besides exercise and yoga or oxygenating your system and stuff like that,
Right.
the biggest ones that have helped me are diet, which is high fruit and water content, and raw or fresh, and also fasting.
Yeah.
And for me, it's been juicing and water fasting. So I've had cleansing in both, and you kind of explained how water is more efficient and deeper.
Sure.
But
But
those
your
were
experience
tools
is your experience.
that have helped me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I highly recommend people who have this to really look at the cause of what's creating a weaker immune system, and know that fasting and raw foods are a tool.
Sure.
And a lot of things go with that.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Is it fair to say, has it been your experience, or does this resonate with you, that, in your opinion, would it make any sense to go through all this and then go home and make the same choices you made before?
Personally, for me, no.
Yeah.
I think that, but life is life, and we learn through experience.
Yeah.
So I think that if someone does go back to how they were eating before, there's something maybe they didn't understand or that they need to learn from.
Oh, clearly.
And maybe they do need to live that experience to actually learn through the experience, instead of just being a theory. But knowing that, and going through my own personal experience now, that I don't want to just go back to how I've been before, but I know how to kind of balance out my strength and immune system and energy and stuff like that.
Right.
So a lot of it's mental and emotional understanding. Why am I feeling down, instead of numbing it out with food? Like, how can I, what is it I really need? Like, do I need support? Okay, I'll give myself support.
Yeah.
Or do I need community? Then I'll give myself that. Do I need whatever it is? But I don't think it would be helpful, because if I just went back to, like, let's say going back to the standard diet, because you go right back to you're just going to lower your immune system again.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
just going to keep creating, like you said, add straws to the camel's back. Like, you're just going to keep adding these things that will build up to create sickness and disease and just unhappiness, really.
Yeah.
I really want to incorporate what I've learned here, and of course, this is me talking now, and I hope my intention is to commit to that. But it's been all last year too, so I know I'm human, I make mistakes.
Of course.
But I think that we just do our best, and instead of judging ourselves, keep going and going and learning. And I don't think that it would be helpful to just keep going back. I think it's encouraging if someone just at least takes, let's say maybe they don't want to do the optimal diet, like taking better steps, like taking, doing what they can, their baby steps, and they're where they're ready at, but making improvements, not going back to the same, because what's the point,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Great.
So.
Well, any final words of wisdom you'd like to leave people with?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just really thankful that I am here. I'm going to repeat what a lot of people have said. I am thankful that I've been here, and I really appreciate everything you offered.
Well, thank you. I wanted to say that I'm very thankful that you're here.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful having you here and having your beautiful, bright smile.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, and congratulations, because you've just accomplished something that many people, probably most people, never will do. And by being willing to take full responsibility for your health, you're able to create exactly what you want. So, nice work.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.